Imagine planning a perfect anniversary night. Flowers, her favorite restaurant, a reservation you made weeks ago, only for your wife to look at you and casually say, open quote, "Oh, I forgot, I'm going out with my friends instead." You'd think it's a joke, right? But when I saw what she was really doing that night, my world flipped upside down. Close quote. I'm Daniel, and my wife Sophie and I were married for 8 years. She used to be my best friend. We laughed, travelled, dreamed together. But lately, something had changed. She was distant, distracted, always on her phone, and girls' nights had become her new hobby. Still, I didn't want to believe anything was wrong. Our anniversary was coming up, 8 years together, and I thought maybe celebrating would bring us back to how we used to be. I booked a table at the restaurant where I'd proposed to her. I even called ahead to have her favourite dessert, chocolate mousse with strawberries, waiting at the end. That morning I gave her a small gift, a silver bracelet engraved with our wedding date. She smiled faintly and said, "Thanks, Dan. It's cute." No hug, no emotion, just cute. I brushed it off. Maybe she was stressed. Later that afternoon I reminded her, "Don't forget, our reservation's at 7. She looked up from her phone and said, "Oh, shoot, I completely forgot. I already made plans with my friends tonight." I laughed, thinking she was joking. "You're kidding, right? It's our anniversary." But she wasn't smiling. She just said, "Dan, I didn't realize. It's just one dinner. We can do it another night, okay?" That's when something in me cracked. I told her fine. Go out, have fun. But inside I felt hollow. Around 6:30 she dressed up. Makeup, perfume, heels, everything. I hadn't seen her put in that much effort for me in months. I said nothing, just watched as she grabbed her purse and left with a quick, "Don't wait up." Something didn't sit right. She said girls' night, but I'd seen those outfits before. That wasn't girls' night clothing. That was date night clothing. I decided to trust my gut. I waited a few minutes, then got in my car and followed her. She drove across town and parked outside a fancy rooftop restaurant, not the place she usually went with her friends. She got out, checked her phone, smiled, and then a man got out of another car and walked right up to her. He kissed her cheek, and she laughed, the same laugh she used to have for me. I felt my hands gripping the steering wheel so tight I thought it would crack. I watched for a moment, her hand on his arm, both of them walking inside, and then I quietly drove away. I didn't confront her right away. I needed to think. I needed a plan. The next morning she acted like nothing had happened. She even said, "Sorry about last night. We'll do something next week, promise." I said calmly, "Sure, we can celebrate tonight instead." She looked surprised, but she agreed. That day I went back to that same restaurant she'd gone to. I spoke to the manager, who remembered her. Apparently she'd been there twice that month with the same guy. I booked a private table for that evening and left an envelope with the hostess. Inside was a note that said, "Open quote, happy anniversary, Sophie. I hope dinner's as unforgettable as last night." Close quote. That night, she showed up, probably expecting another dinner with her friend. But instead, the hostess handed her the note. She opened it, read it, and her face went white. I wasn't there. I didn't need to be. My message had been delivered. When she came home later, she started crying before I said a word. "Dan, I messed up. It's not what you think." I just looked at her and said, "It's exactly what I think." She tried to explain, said it was just dinner, that she was confused, that she needed attention. But I'd already made my decision. I handed her an envelope, divorce papers. She whispered, "You're really doing this?" I said, "You forgot our anniversary. I'm just returning the favor. I'm forgetting this marriage." 2 months later, I heard she moved in with that guy. But from what I've heard, he left her after finding out she lied to him too. As for me, I took that same dinner reservation, the one she ditched, and went there alone. I sat by the window, ordered her favorite dessert, and smiled. Because that night wasn't about her anymore. It was about me, finally realizing my worth. Sometimes the best revenge isn't yelling or fighting. It's letting them live with what they threw away. If you liked the video, please subscribe and turn on notifications.